This is my 2002 BMW M3, and earlier this year I purchased it for only $3,000. It had its issues, mainly with the SMG, so I quickly went ahead and got the transmission converted to a 6-speed manual. After the conversion was complete, I promised my viewers that I would make a video on my first driving impressions, but things did not go as planned, and instead of explaining to you guys what happened, I'll just show you. All right, so this is gonna be the first in-depth ride. I did drive it before, right after PSI did the manual conversion, but that was too short to be able to give you guys my full impression. So let's go ahead and turn the car on and go for a drive. That is weird. What is that sound? Not sure what that loud noise is. It might be the fan. I'm gonna have to give it a check and see what's up. I smell something. The engine is smoking. Let me try to figure it out and then I'll get back to you guys. I guess I was a little bit too late. Actually, you can see the smoke. You see it? It's coming from the hood. Something's burning up in there and I'm not sure exactly what it is, so I'm gonna have to take a look here pretty soon. It smells very bad. Guys, it smells very bad. Almost like something electrical is burning. Something's not right. Something's not right. Like, it smells very, very bad. Like electrical wires burning up and stuff. So, let me check this out. I don't see anything, which is very scary. No, there's a little bit of oil residue there, but I'm sure that was just a little bit of overspill when I was putting oil in the car. Not sure what's going on, but it was like a winding noise that I can hear, and it was very weird. I gotta see what the hell was burning up though. Something electrical. Not sure. Do I dare turn on the car just so I can see where the winding noise is coming from? Do I dare turn on the car? That's the thing. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm kind of scared. I can hear it. See anything. The smell's coming. Yep. Hold on. I can smell it coming though, the smell, whatever it is. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and shut off the car. Yeah, you see the smoke? Right there. There's the smoke right here, coming from the middle. Right here. It does not let me turn off the car for whatever reason. Oh my God, it would not allow me to turn off the car. Oh, that's bad. Okay, it's coming from up here. From the intake manifold area. Yeah, it smells very bad. Weird enough, it wouldn't let me turn off the car. I didn't get that on video because I was panicking a little bit. Yep, there's more smoke right there.
Oh my god.
I would like to mention that if anything similar like this happens to you, where you smell something burning, you see smoke, there's a weird noise coming from the car, turn it off immediately, keep your distance, and if you can, tow it over to a specialty shop. In my case, I guess I just decided to pull a Steve Irwin.
I gotta say, my luck recently has been absolutely atrocious. I mean, what should I expect? I paid only $3,000 for this M3. Has 175,000 miles on it. But come on. Come on. This really does suck. Well, luckily for me, I don't have to get the car towed since it started to fail here in my neighborhood. But yeah, this is very sad. Not sure what's going on, but I'll definitely keep you guys updated once I know. So weird.
Alright, so I'm back to check on the M3. It was a little too hot earlier to try to work on the car, so I was waiting for it to cool down. Now there's a nice overcast. I'll go ahead and open the engine bay, take a look at things again, and start taking things apart and see if I can find what the issue is. I will tell you this, my guess is that it's the starter. So the smoke was coming like from underneath the manifold. That's where the starter is located at. Not only that, that whining noise that I was able to hear while the car was on. It's like if you start a car and then you try to start it a second time while it's on and it makes like this whining noise. That was a noise I was hearing continuously. Also, when I try to turn off the car, it wouldn't turn off the car. It would make a nya 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 nya. You know, that same noise you get when you try to turn on a car but it won't turn on? Like it's hesitating. Well, that's the noise that I heard when I tried to turn off the car several times. And for those reasons, it's why I think that it may be the starter. Alright, so what I'm going to do is pop the hood open, try to turn on the car and see if I hear that whining noise again, and see what happens. And that's even if the car starts, because prior to turning it off last time, the whining noise went away like seconds before I turned it off. Could have been that the starter fried. So yeah, let's try. Fingers crossed. There you go. That's my guess. Look at that. You hear the whining noise? That's definitely the starter. You see how it took a while to turn on? And then I got the little battery symbol up there just now. Let me try to turn off the car. It's definitely the starter. There goes the smoke again. Yeah. There goes that electrical smell. It's definitely the starter for a fact. That's my guess. You heard how much I was struggling to turn on the car? The starter's directly under there. So what's happening, every time I try to turn on the car, the starter continuously runs and it doesn't stop even after the car is turned on. And it's causing it to overheat and just damage itself. I'm going to try one more time and then that's it. I'm going to quit and I'm going to try to remove the manifold and see if I can see anything wrong with the starter. There you go, let's try. Yep, doesn't even want to turn on. I think I fried the starter completely. Here it is. There it is. Yep, no more starter, guys. No more starter. That's the issue. I think this would be a perfect time to address a lot of the hate comments that I get about owning a BMW. Get a Lexus, get a Toyota, BMWs are money pits, whatever the case might be. Guys, I love my BMWs. Money pit or not. If anything, it makes for more interesting content for you guys to watch and for me to make, and the money I make off the videos pay for the good and the bad. Just a side note, the first 4 years that I owned my BMW 335i, I had zero issues. It wasn't until I started adding performance that it started exposing the weak points. So if you address the weak points, the car should be solid. Neglect the maintenance and you're in for a rough ride. So yeah, leave me alone about owning a BMW. I mean, why does it even matter to you? So what I'm gonna do is I got wifey holding the camera. She was supposed to help me. I'll push start it, but she's afraid she's gonna run into the tree, which is almost impossible. So I'm just gonna do it all myself. Little baby's crying. Shit! Didn't work!
Take two?
yeah. Give me my damn camera.
And that's the perk to having a stick shift car. Starter's bad, not an issue. I can go ahead and just push it to start it right up, and it doesn't activate the starter at all. Because the issue was I would start the car with the key the normal way, and then the starter would get stuck. What ended up happening was it would overheat because it's just running continuously, and that's why it burned out. What I was originally going to do was take the M3 over to the garage, disassemble everything in the engine bay, and swap out a new starter, which is not that hard to do on this car. I was going to get one from either AutoZone or Pet Boys, but Ali told me to bring it over to PSI because he wants to know why the starter failed.
All right, let me get serious real quick. Let me address the comments I get every single time PSI works on my BMWs. The ones that like to make fun of me for not working on my own car. 1, this is not a DIY channel. 2, I have a very strong relationship with PSI Orlando, where I benefit by them working on my cars and they benefit from the exposure they get on my videos. 3, I save a lot of time, and time is very, very valuable. I can create more content for you guys, and then I have more time for my family if I don't have to work on my own cars. And 4, why do you even care? Why does it bug you so much? Don't get me wrong, I like doing DIY stuff. I've done it in the past and I'll continue to do it in the future. Typically, I like to tackle the smaller jobs because they're less time consuming. This is how I choose to run my business. Not your business, my business. If you don't like it, don't watch.
So the PSI guys are not quite ready for me, so I'm just going to turn off the car. That's it. It's not to turn back on. Let me see. It's not to turn it back on. They're a little busy right now, so I couldn't just drive it inside of the shop. So I'm just going to leave it out here, away from every other car, and we'll see what happens. Oh god, yeah, you can definitely smell that. It smells like a circuit just burned in there.
The scariest part is that I'm trying to turn off the car because it's smoking and I can't turn it off. I can't turn it off, and the more I try to turn it off, the more smoke comes out. At this point, I either pick up the camera and film it, or I run for my life. And I decided to pick up the camera and just film it.
Once Ali removed the manifold, it was very easy to see what was wrong. One of the main connectors to the starter was just completely melted.
Is that melted?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about this. This is melted
Yeah.
because it's... I don't know, something is messed up.
I don't know if you guys were able to see, but this section right here is melted off. There's supposed to be like a little rubber seal around this, and it's no longer there. Looks like that all melted off. You see this rubber seal right here? Yeah, that's what's missing on the other one because it got burned off. This is what it's supposed to look like. You know what's funny? I was going to go ahead and DIY this myself right here because it's very easy and it's very accessible to get to and swap it out, but the PSI guys are not allowing me to do that, so I'm going to have to wait on them so they can go ahead and do it real quick.
Excuses. Ali's too busy for me today. He's not to be working on my car. You trader. We got Phil here today that's going to be working on the car. Equally as talented. I've already had Zach and Ali work on the car, so I guess it was kind of your turn now.
Yeah, you got to get everybody. That way we can all blame the other person.
Exactly. It's much harder to pinpoint who did it.
Phil went ahead and started removing the starter. While he was doing that, I decided to go over to Ali's E46 and start critiquing it.
Just gonna go ahead and eavesdrop real quick.
Oh, that's how you know this has been fixed before.
Why? Something's loose?
No? When you find the socket on there?
The socket's still stuck at the bolt.
Yep.
This is Ali's E36, the one he's building as a daily driver. He's putting an S52 turbocharge in it. I'm not a big fan of the stance nation back here, as you guys can see. I like more of a flush straight look, but hey, it looks badass nonetheless. Kind of, except the back.
I'm sure Ali would like to know what you guys think of the wheel fitment on his E36. Do you like that stance or not? Let me know in the comment section below so he can see it. Once the starter was removed, we quickly examined it and we saw a few burn marks around the exterior of it. Now it was time to see if this starter burned up as well, because if it did, then that would mean that there's another underlying issue that's not related to the starter.
Hear that whining noise.
Turn it back on.
Were you trying to get the starter stuck?
Just making sure it's gonna work every time, you know?
Alright. Alright, we're done here. Yay! Appreciate it, Phil. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure.
Yeah, I'm not about that life. I like the front, but not the back. Alright, so the car starts up like a champ. No whining noise, no burnt smell. Think we're good. Hopefully nothing else breaks on this car. At least not anytime soon. Fingers crossed.
Now that the M3 is in good shape, it's time to film that driving impressions video for you guys. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned.